Once upon a time, in a land so bright, a red little bird flew into the night. With feathers like fire, it soared through the air, unaware of the danger that soon would be there. Down in the shadows, a devil did wait, his eyes like embers, his grin full of hate. The red bird flew high, not seeing the foe, but the devil was swift, and he struck down below. With a swipe of his claws, the bird was knocked low, falling to the earth in a terrible blow. The devil laughed loud as the bird hit the ground, its wings all a-twist, unable to sound. But just when the bird thought it might be freed, a white chicken appeared, full of greed. It strutted and clucked with a vicious glare and pecked at the bird without a care. The red bird struggled, too hurt to fly, while the devil and chicken just watched it die. The devil cackled, his eyes full of glee, and the chicken just crowed, as cruel as can be. The red bird's feathers, once bright as flame, were battered and torn in this wicked game. It never again would soar through the skies, as the devil and chicken watched its last cries. So remember, dear children, as you close your eyes tight, some stories end dark, not all is all right. The red bird learned, in the end with despair, that some dreams are shattered and life's not always fair.
Christian, it's only 2 wins.
Dude, what? Did you write that yourself, or is that
No.
ChatGPT?
ChatGPT.
Oh my gosh, ChatGPT did that?
I gave it like a
Wow.
structure.
Wow.
Dude,
Yeah.
you got me scared.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's good
Amazing.
stuff.
That was
you
good.
deserve a round of applause.
That was
for
How's
good.
that
man.
for an intro?
Insert round of applause.
Because the
Fantastic.
okay, yeah, we can. Let me know.
Well, we're still on.
Oh, we're still on?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Do you want
I'll
to
let you continue.
take
with
us
that
on a
intro.
break?
let's go to break. So there's a new Dr. Seuss in town. His name is Christian.
That
What'd you guys think of that Chat GPT generated story there, huh?
was amazing.
Thank you.
You should just say it was you, because that was a fantastic.
I gave
Oh.
it structure, but then they executed.
Well done. Well
you know,
done.
appreciate it.
I mean, even though it was about Liverpool, I'll give it
Right.
to you. That was actually cool.
See, the thing is, like, I don't really know what a Hotspur is, if I'm being honest.
Is it
So,
an actual chicken?
I don't know. Like, it looks like a white chicken to me.
It counts.
So yeah, that's fine. And I know the last time I told a like nighttime story about Liverpool
About the
losing a
worst, and
game,
it backfired.
you guys basically went like 20 plus matches without losing.
Maybe
So,
this is the.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know
You'll
if I
be the
did
good,
it again,
the good luck
but-
charm.
Yeah. So, but I have to get my licks in while I can, because you guys have given almost like no reason to doubt, and there's been barely any slip ups this year. So anytime there is one, I have to jump on it, Max. So
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
let that slide since how
Yeah.
good that
fair
was.
enough. Well, guys, welcome to another exciting episode of the Pitch Invaders. We started off pretty hot with a nice little story there.
What else?
And, we want to talk about the Big Six teams and how they've been performing recently.
Yes.
First of all, how are you guys doing today?
Pretty
Good,
good.
man.
Did you
It's
guys
a,
have a good
it's a new year.
Christmas and New Year? Yeah?
Yeah.
New Year, yeah.
Wonderful. Okay.
Good.
I know it's good for Man City fans.
A lot of
Our-
exciting news for
Our
Man
one
City.
signing is finally showing up to work, so
Yeah.
that helps a lot.
Is it? Well, I don't know how to say his name. Vitor Reis. He's a defender.
Wait, what? I was talking about Savino.
Oh,
Like our one
yeah,
signing from
Oh,
the
'cause
summer.
he just got a goal.
He got a goal and an assist, and then
and-
the next game he had like
yeah.
3 assists. He's killing
Yeah,
it.
he's doing really good.
He's doing good stuff.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I dropped him, and the moment I dropped him, he
He's
started to shine, and
That's
then I
how
picked
it
him up
works.
again.
You did pick him up.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh my
Oh, you got him back again?
Yes.
See, the thing
You
is,
let that slide,
my
Christian.
team is so good. I don't tell me which midfielder to drop. Look at my team and tell me.
I'll tell you, man.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you guys want to start right now? Which
Matoma.
team you guys want to start with?
Let's see.
I would have dropped Matoma, by the way. That's off.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
we can start with. You want to start with Man City?
Yeah, we can start with Man City.
So,
Of course, you want to start there.
Manchester City.
West Ham.
You
Yeah.
guys are back.
Yeah.
Are we
In
back?
sixth
we-
place.
Are you saying? Are you? Okay,
Woo!
This guy. All right.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, I thought it was a very strong performance the last couple games. I understand the competition hasn't been the greatest, but as I've said many times, for us, wasn't really concerned with the teams we're playing. It's more about how we are performing, and we're finally starting to get off of that dark darkness that we were surrounded by.
Mm.
And the person that has shown us the light has been Savinho.
Yeah.
So, Amir, what do you think?
And surprisingly, he found his place on the left side
Yeah.
instead of the right side.
Kind of a problem because now Doku and Grealish.
And
Yeah.
I think Pep is so relying on Bernardo Silva on that right side that he wouldn't drop him.
Yeah,
Like, he cannot drop a person like Bernardo Silva.
I agree.
I think he was probably one of our best players over the past couple of weeks, even when we were losing Bernardo Silva.
Really?
He's the only player that showed me that he actually cares about the team, even though like there were rumors all the time that he wants to leave. But he was the only person that stepped up and spoke to the media, and he showed some passion.
He's got a
about this club.
captain's aura about him, to be honest.
So we definitely need a player like him on the field, regardless of his performance. But he's been performing really well. But Savinho is showing a lot of progress. That assist to Haaland
came out of nowhere, huh? I mean, he just started playing good out of nowhere.
He's very talented, but I think it was just a matter of like
When
Pep
he gets
finding that
You needed
place
to
for
see
him.
the ball go into the net.
Yeah, to
That's
get
really
that.
there was like this mental block.
Yeah.
I mean,
what I thought.
before he scored his goal, which was like a tap-in goal off of I think Foden took a nice shot. It got parried right into Savinho's feet.
just ran.
And Savinho was able to but just like that mental block now. Okay, now I'm on the goal sheet now.
Yeah.
It's been just like an avalanche since then. So it was all mental with him. It seems
Yeah.
all the skill was there before he scored that goal. He would take dumb shots from outside the box, do things that were uncharacteristic because he's trying to get over that mental barrier. So now that he's seen the ball go in the net, now we can see what we've got.
Good timing.
But that goal, that assist to Haaland for the first goal, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
With the dribbling and the crossing, and then I mean, of course, Haaland like cannot miss from that position. But it was very nice. I don't remember when was the last time I've seen a City goal like this. Like maybe 2-3 years ago, which is sad to say.
Oh man.
Like a Riyadh move. It would have to be like a Riyadh.
Yeah,
He's the only guy that,
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just crossing, like just cross the ball in the box because you have Haaland on the far post, not even running to the near post. These are things we've been asking for so long now, and it was so refreshing. I wonder if Pep is giving some freedom to those guys now to try to do like just be themselves. I hope. One thing I want to note though, but for the first 10 minutes we looked very bad. Like West Ham had like 3 chances, I think.
Yes.
A couple of one-on-ones with almost like one defender and the keeper.
Yeah.
And it made me wonder, okay, now what's happening again? So we're still struggling with the defense, but as the team picks up the ball and start playing, it's okay. They can still control the game. We started to look very bad again when Ilkay Gundogan and Kyle Walker were subbed in. And
There you go. There's your kryptonite.
Oh God! And this is when West Ham scored their goal. But we looked so terrible the last 15 minutes probably. So yeah, but I'm glad to see some changes.
I don't mean to be I don't know if you're going to analyze them.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to make a statement that you guys got these 2 wins that you got. Obviously, they help confidence, big boost. Not against the best teams, obviously in the league. The next 3 games for you are also easy, but from January 22nd to March 8th, you play the top 6 teams in the league, and you play PSG.
We got PSG.
So this is going to literally from March to January 22nd. You guys have 3 games, really, the next 3 games to pick up form, and if it's not enough, I mean, that'll literally disaster your season, and you may not end in the Champions League.
I honestly,
do you guys see that?
February 2nd to March 15th is really rough.
I mean, I included PSG and Chelsea because those are right before
but then
that.
You got Arsenal and then Newcastle,
Liverpool, Tottenham.
You know, we don't know what kind of form these teams are going to be in. Right now, Arsenal looks like you could do whatever you want against them. Newcastle looks unbeatable. That could all change in that time period, but on paper, Liverpool, Tottenham, Nottingham Forest, Brighton, that's not fun.
And I think we strive under like this kind of pressure during this period of time. Like we're Yeah.
We we love these points of the season.
Especially like the time after the holidays, and then you pick up form and start like an unbeaten run for like 18 games or whatever. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm just bringing you guys back to reality that the next 3 games you may have some rainbows. But literally is going to be a hurricane coming to you right after that.
We're Man City. We're Man City. We don't care.
Meteorologists a lot recently. Checking the weather and whatnot. But no, I mean, I don't really have much. I still, my mind hasn't changed about who I want in January, who I want in the summer.
Yeah.
I still want those same.
Do you guys want to talk about transfers now, or should we make like a 5-10 minute towards the end?
Maybe we can talk about it at the end.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we can talk about all the transfers.
Good deal. Yeah. All right, you guys want to move on to I don't know, Chelsea? Move on to Chelsea?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
They are the ones that have fallen in form.
They have fallen in form. Now it's not a slip up anymore, boys. It's not a slip up anymore.
This is 2 losses and 2 draws in their last 4 games. So this is 4 games, 4th game in a row without a win.
Are we being too harsh?
No,
on these teams.
Just when we start hyping them up and saying this is a title contender, we said, oh, they felt the pressure, but 4 games without a win.
I never call them title contenders. To be fair, I don't think we really
believe they were
title contenders. We were just like, holy crap, they're here. This young team, whatever. But new manager.
Arsenal in second.
So I get it, like young team, new manager, everything like that. But the amount of money they spent to put this team together, Amir, they've opened themselves up to be criticized based on the amount of money they spent.
But they are not the only team that have dropped in form.
They're not playing.
We'll come back to Liverpool.
Liverpool, Arsenal. There's a lot of teams that have dropped in form, but they're not.
I think the big thing for me is they're definitely not as ruthless and clinical up front as they were the past 2-3 months.
Yeah.
There's been a drastic drop in that, and I mean I watched the highlights. Sancho played great. Palmer got the goal. But apart from that, there were so many wasted chances from Jackson and all over. It was a bunch of wasted chances. So I don't know. They needed to create more clear-cut chances. I felt like it was a lot of half chances, and that was the same exact thing last week when they drawed, and the other week when they lost. So I still think it's kind of a blip. I think they'll get back in form. I don't think I see anything super crazy.
Yeah, they're still one of the best teams, I would say.
But I think we're just back to reality that they obviously still need improvement. They are not perfect, and that was I think that's where we were all at the beginning of the season. Like we didn't really know what to expect. It's the same old Chelsea, but I think they're back to normal.
Back to normal. Okay.
Which is they're not going to be necessarily in the top 3, which is what we expected.
I still think they could make a top 4, like top 3, top 4. They have everything.
Yeah.
I think it's
top 6, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I'm willing to concede at beginning of the season where I probably had them somewhere between 8 and 10. I don't think it was very high.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm conceding that I'm going to be wrong about that, but top 4 feels too rich for my blood.
Yeah.
Probably 5th or 6th. Them and Nottingham are going to be,
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think Nottingham is going to hit like a brick wall?
No.
We're 20 games in. I mean,
the reason why is
halfway. This is more than halfway.
They're not Leicester City, though, are they?
No, they're not Leicester City. But the thing is, I really think on a consistent basis they've got. I mean, which defense? I mean, the defense is legit.
It's the best defense in the league.
Liverpool, probably Arsenal when they're on it. Those are like the 3 best defenses. So I feel like defenses can carry you to Europe single-handedly.
Yeah.
The only question is, are they going to score enough goals? Chris Wood has been playing out of his mind for the better part of this season. So I do.
That's what I mean. Like,
they have the most
you're relying
in the
on
league.
your players overperforming. Could you rely on them for the rest of the season? Especially if we're talking about players with the quality like Chris Wood, who could perform really well for a couple of games, but not for an entire season.
Right.
And are they prepared to with the game pressure and how many games they have to play over the next few weeks? Are they prepared in terms of bench wise? Do they have replacements if players get injured?
They don't have really. I mean, we're talking about they have what, the EFL Cup. There's no European competition.
They don't have a lot.
Which all the other top 6
Same
teams
thing with
have
Chelsea
to worry
though.
Huh?
Chelsea don't.
Chelsea doesn't have any.
They don't have any.
Yeah.
They
So-
send their B team to the Conference League, so like they don't.
But I mean, they still have another tournament to
Right,
worry about,
okay.
right? Like my point is, it's not like, I don't know,
Yeah.
I
It'll
still
be
think-
interesting. I mean, it's two polar opposite teams. It's Chelsea that's probably got the second
biggest
best
squad.
attacking
Yeah,
team in the league based on just like the pure quality they have, and then Nottingham have the strongest defense or one of the strongest defenses.
yeah.
So it's just depending
be
on what you
entertaining to
think.
see.
You know,
So after 20 games, is there any player from Nottingham that you would wish you have in your team
What do you
as
mean,
a
like as a
Man
top
City?
6
as a
team?
top 6 team?
I've always been a big fan of Alenga. When he was on Man
Okay.
U, I really liked him.
Matt
But
Sells.
any other, like, would you take Matt Sells?
I would take
At-
their right back Ola Aina.
Okay.
He's better than Rico Lewis and Kyle Walker.
Milinkovic is really good.
Like, would you
center back.
take these guys like right now to your team?
I'd take Aina.
I think so.
Okay.
I would take Ilenga.
I'd take either Morello or Milinkovic as one of the starting center backs.
Really?
He
At,
would-
at
they would-
Liverpool?
They could go in, honestly, instead of Konate right
Mhm.
now. Maybe, I mean, not Konate at the beginning of the season, but
Yeah.
yeah, I would take one of them. Gibbs White is playing fantastic. He could easily go into one of those top 6 teams.
But
I don't
if I'm
know.
talking about
I
specifically
mean,
Man
when
City,
you separate Gibbs
if we're
White
talking
from
about
Martinelli,
specifically
it's-
Man City, those are the Ilenga because we need a right winger. I know we love Bernardo, but like we need a proper right winger. And Aina is the I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I apologize.
yeah,
But he's better than any right back we have.
I don't know. I look at this team and I don't think I would take anyone. That's why I'm always thinking they're
We're
over.
gonna take their right back
No.
over Rico Lewis and Kyle Walker.
I
you know
mean,
he's the
yeah,
highest rating defender in the fantasy.
I know, but like
At most points.
there's just a lot of things that go into. I mean, the only reason why they're playing like this is because they're playing for Nottingham Forest. But when you put them in a big club, we've seen how this
Can you
turns
say
out.
that about Mahrez though? He played in
Mahrez?
Leicester City.
Well,
I mean,
Mahrez won
took a year.
Mahrez
took a
won a
year.
Premier League.
I mean, yeah,
He they're kind of
that's
like,
attacking, but I mean, we're talking about a defense that could
But-
potentially get this team up to top.
but these guys don't
You'd
have.
rather
any
have
experience.
our right backs as they stand than their right back.
I'll probably take someone else, like from outside, but
Oh,
not
I
from
mean, I take like
Nottingham.
Anthony Robertson's a left back. but-
Yeah.
I would take Aina and put him in right back in our team.
Does that mean Trent is leaving?
Like you're
Yeah.
so you take Aina over Connor Bradley. I mean, we're assuming Trent is going to Real Madrid in
Yeah.
this scenario, right?
Yeah.
So you take Aina over Connor
I
Bradley.
think it'd be a pretty fair. I think Aina offers more defensive attributes than Connor Bradley.
I don't know. We'll see. But I mean,
Dude, this is a good team, and they're probably going to get like ripped apart at the end of the season.
you think so?
Players are going to go to all different teams, and we're probably going to be looking at like a Leicester City post winning the league.
I
kind
really
of
don't
thing.
think they have reached the Leicester City level, even.
They're going to be in Europe, dude. This is a team.
I don't think they're gonna make it.
This
That's
is a
the
team
problem.
that won.
Yeah.
This team won the Champions League. Twice.
I know, but like back in the day,
I know.
but
but what's to say they
but-
can't come back?
I don't know.
I mean, I think they'll be a fringe Europe team. Like if they finish 7th, like, but I think
Well,
they'll be.
I feel like you guys are
Six.
really,
We'll
you have
see.
really low expectations.
we'll see.
No,
we'll
I
see.
think they're gonna. No, I'm saying like I think Nottingham and Chelsea are going to be around the same place.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Aston Villa, Newcastle 5-7 years ago? They were in the exact position. They were either relegated or in like that lower half of the league.
Yeah.
Sure.
Look now, they're consistently top 8.
Sure.
What's stopping this team from you? I feel
But
like
this
your brain is like programmed to Nottingham for the last 3 years.
But this is
Not
why
really.
I'm a bit. I think I'm higher on Nottingham than you are, Amir, just because I think you can hang your hat on defense. I think
I agree.
that can last the season. But if you were a team where you're leaning on outscoring your opponent, goals dry up, man. Like guys lose form and everything like that. But if you have if you're strong, organized,
Yes.
you're coached well defensively.
If
I
they
think
win
that can
1-0
carry
all
you-
the time, that's fine.
That's what I mean. But like,
Yeah.
I like maybe I'm basing. I didn't watch a lot of games for them, but like I'm basing my judgment based on what I've seen. Like the worst Man City team
Yeah.
beat these guys 2-0 easily.
That's true.
Like,
but
we
also
didn't-
Liverpool,
but-
they gave us the only loss.
True.
So
It's so hard
we
to
can't judge some
Yeah,
games like that.
I just don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe this is a team like their tactics is just to abuse their opponent. like score and defend, and now
Yeah.
like opponents can get like I don't know frustrated. They can get out of the game very easily. I see them hitting a brick wall and probably.
I mean,
I would be impressed if they make top 6.
Yeah. And then in terms of the team getting plucked, like you said, Max, afterwards, I know we're spending a lot of time on Nottingham, but I mean, I think
they deserve it.
Elanga might get a shot back at a Big 6 club. Like I could see him you couldn't see him go to like Tottenham. You can see him go to Tottenham?
Possibly.
Elanga.
Yeah.
Hudson-Odoi might be a little bit tougher.
If I'm thinking of players that are going to be gone by the end of the season, I'm thinking of Gibbs White, and I'm thinking of
Chris Wood.
maybe Aina and one of the center backs are probably so they're going to be missing.
Someone's going to.
They're probably going to be losing 3 main players in their line.
With just the deficiency of good strikers in soccer in general. I could see a team coming for Chris Wood.
No chance.
You don't think so?
No, man, he's old. This is like like Danny Welbeck. Like nobody's gonna go for Danny Welbeck.
Barcelona. Right? I mean, I know it's different levels, right? But Barcelona went and spent money on a 34-year-old Lewandowski.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he had just won the
Lewandowski
or the best.
I know.
Best.
I think this is. I think that he's like a very late bloom kind of like last peak kind of thing. Yeah, but I don't think anybody's gonna go for him.
All right, well.
I don't know, man. I'm excited to see this team go.
We successfully spent more time on Nottingham than Chelsea and Man City, which honestly they deserve.
They deserve it.
They do. So I'm not mad about it. But are you guys ready to move on to another Big 6 club?
Yeah, Arsenal. Right?
You guys want to go to Arsenal? I got a lot to say about Arsenal.
You start then.
Okay.
Yeah, right. You start.
So this team is run by idiots.
You know when you start the sentence off with this team.
The people running this team, because I know their sporting director's gone and they're trying to, whatever is going on, or maybe it's Arteta, they're idiots, okay? The investment on the front line of this team has been non-existent, and they are into the 5th or 6th year of the Arteta project.
Yeah.
He's built up a great defense, pretty good midfield, although I even have some questions a little bit about the midfield. But your front line, you invested in 5 years in Havertz and Gabriel Jesus, and you're shocked that you guys are still far behind the rest of the league. Okay,
I agree.
They don't create chances. Yeah. They waste a lot of time. They're like it's really gross to watch. And listen, I know recently they beat Crystal Palace 5-goal, whatever. I know Gabriel Jesus on any given day can pop off, but in general, they haven't invested any money into progressive football. They need 4 guys. If you guys really sit down and think about it, they need 4 players. I know they're not going to get that in January, but they need 1 in January and then 3 in the summer. They need Bukayo Saka's backup, okay, which is not Raheem Sterling because he didn't even get into their last League Cup game. And if he couldn't get into that game, when is this guy ever going to see the field? So that was a waste, right? So they need cover for Bukayo Saka. They need a striker. They don't have any strikers on their team. And then the Martinelli project is souring very quickly, okay? I think, Amir, you have him in fantasy, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. So you feel it every week, right?
Unfortunately.
So they need... Trossard can't play left wing. He's your 12th man on your bench. And then beyond those 3 positions, so they basically need a new players on all front 3 positions.
Yeah.
And then they need cover for Odegaard because we saw when Odegaard was injured, they couldn't create anything. So that's 4 positions that 5 years into the Arteta project
I have a rebuttal
have not been addressed.
Okay.
Who is running this team? They're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. I have a rebuttal.
And here we are. Here we are.
I want to play devil's advocate.
All right, give me devil's
because
advocate.
Something you mentioned.
Go ahead.
I think it was you maybe a week or 2 ago. You said Arsenal doesn't carry the same name.
No, Tottenham.
Was it Tottenham? Okay,
Tottenham,
I guess the same thing kind of could apply here. Arsenal. Now, hear me out. Let's say they went for somebody like Rafael Leao at Milan. Arsenal would risk overpaying a lot more than maybe a Liverpool or Man City would pay to get that kind of player. Like that they would have overpaid for
Pepe.
Like Mesut Ozil, right? When they were trying to get
Pepe was the guy.
Right?
Pepe. Remember when they got Nicolas Pepe?
Yeah. My point is
yeah.
Is the reason that we're seeing this kind of attack because Arsenal doesn't want to overpay for players because they know that's the only way that they're going to be attracted to come to Arsenal. Because first of all, they know Arsenal does not stand a chance against Liverpool and Man City of lifting a trophy.
Why?
Arsenal's trophy cabinet has what? What did we say? Carabao Cups?
Bro, the FA
So
Cups,
why would you
FA
go to
Cups.
Arsenal as Rafael Leao or as one of the best like left wingers, strikers, and go to Arsenal? Like that's what I'm saying. So is this the problem that they're at?
I could
You guys
not,
tell me if I'm wrong.
I could not disagree. I think, like, I hate to admit it, and I know Amir, you're being very silent. So if you want to jump in,
I'm just trying to analyze.
But to me, I feel like Arsenal carry a lot of cachet. This is a team that had Thierry Henry and Bergkamp, and they won an
matter, man.
invincible
That's 20
run.
years ago.
Huh?
That's 20 years ago.
Dude, your cachet is built on your legacy and your history.
No, man. Liverpool was in that same boat.
What do you mean?
5 years ago, before we got Salah, and now we were in the same boat. We were struggling to get players. We were struggling to get really big name players, and we had to rely on smaller end. We got Firmino and Mane, who were not known.
Right.
We got Mane for Southampton and Firmino from a Brazilian team. But like those players turned into the Liverpool now. But like it's not like we were out getting Aguero and getting, you guys, Man City, Manchester United, and Chelsea were the cash cows. They were getting the best. Arsenal, I feel like they get the third choice. Or maybe even worse, maybe fourth choice.
I don't know.
I'm not defending this team because I don't care.
Is that because you're bringing up an interesting point. Is that because that's what they attract, or because that's what the organization goes for? Okay, because if you look at this team is
what they attract. I think
this is the Kroenke family, right?
Yeah,
Kroenke family owns the Denver Nuggets, and they own crap. I already
like baseball team or something?
Another big club. Okay. Jokic became like the highest paid player or one of the highest paid players in the NBA. They won a championship, everything like that. And I forgot the other club, but I just remember thinking in my head, whoa, it seems like the Kroenkes are willing to invest big money on the NBA side, on the NFL side, but they're like leaving Arsenal kind of short here. But then I think about it as well, like the other side, the other shoulder, Arteta spent $600 million on this team in 5 years. Okay. Yeah. But here's the problem I have. My rebuttal to your argument is that maybe you're right. Maybe they don't attract the top talent. I disagree with that. But let's say for the sake of argument, you're right. What did they do this past summer? Okay. They got Calafiori.
None of these are like top, like they got high end. We're not talking about like,
They got Calafiori.
Yeah.
And they got Marino.
Actually, these two were one of the best players in the Euros. So
Marino,
I would call them high potential talent.
Calafiori would not get into a Liverpool or Man City.
Really?
I
would take Calafiori.
I wouldn't play Calafiori ahead of the players that we have in defense.
I don't know if I've seen enough from him to make a judgment on that, but my point is Calafiori and Marino, I think together, that was like about 70 million pounds.
And they probably overpaid for that too.
I don't know if I think Marino's like 20, 25, and then Calafiori's like 40, something like that, right? That is money. That's 70 million pounds.
It's a waste, yeah.
That could have been addressed to the front line that they have not addressed in 5 years.
But again, is the reason because they don't attract those players? And that's my question. Like, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm looking at it from the outside scope. If I'm a player and I have on the table Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal's not even in my consideration.
Bro, this to me, I'm sorry, this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll
unless
let you
they offer a 20, 30 million over the
this
other
is why
team.
I can't agree with that completely, and maybe this is shedding light on a problem with Arteta or whatever, but Arteta was at Man City. He was with those academy players.
Yeah.
Okay. So he had the inside scoop on Morgan Rogers. He had the inside scoop on Liam Delap.
Yeah.
And he had the inside scoop on Cole freaking Palmer.
Poor scouting, then.
You're telling me that this guy didn't know what they had there and couldn't have gone, and maybe Arsenal could have swindled and gotten Cole Palmer? Cole Palmer said he wanted to leave. I want to leave. Sell me to a club that will take me. He was sold for what? 45 million.
Yeah, that's true.
So why didn't Arsenal could have taken that money? I know that was 2 years ago, but my point is that is 45 million. Arsenal could have spent 45 million on Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
And Arteta had the inside scoop on him.
At that time was like they're 1
2
point
years ago is when they bottled the.
So they're like, we don't need him, probably, right?
No, dude, that's if you're not
planning ahead.
And I feel like in soccer, if you're not progressing,
Yeah.
you're going backwards, man. Yeah. You're getting worse. Like you can't be okay. The team is solid. No, you have to.
I completely agree.
The game is progressing too fast. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's hard for me to not be critical of the job they've done in addressing their front line.
Yeah.
So, Amir, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Give me your chance now. Go ahead.
I don't know. Well, I want to disagree with Max too about the whole part. I think Arsenal has a big fan base that anyone would want to join them, and they have the money. They're playing the Premier League now with Arteta coming. They're always finishing top four. I think who wouldn't want to carry this team to glory?
Yeah.
And bring the glory back.
You guys,
I think any young player would love to play there.
I mean, we see players choose the other teams over them, like Modric. He's not the best, but obviously he easily chose Chelsea.
That was a dark era. I would say the 2010s, up to maybe 2016, 2017 was very dark for Arsenal. I really think it's about how the strategy that this club wants, how they want to get that trophy, and they want to do it as an underdog.
That's very true.
Trusting that damn process. As underdogs, we're gonna do it. Because we're better than Man City, we spend less than them. We're better than Liverpool for some reason. I don't know why Arsenal fans would think they're better than Liverpool just because they won the Golden Premier League. But I think Arteta has the ego, and that's why I don't see Arteta going anywhere anytime soon. He is the manager that has the ego to protect this strategy until they actually finally do it. And I think it's from the inside of the club. You look at Man City, they decided our strategy is we're going to hire Pep, and all players are going to be attracted. Everyone wants to train under Pep.
Right.
For Liverpool, they have such a great analyst team that and scouting team that they just break it down to even goal scoring ratios and very little details that actually makes a difference. They piece it together between the coach and the players and each player on the field that they're just so good, and that's how they made all of these the Salah, Mane, Firmino, and now they're back at it again with other players to renew the team and with a new coach. With Chelsea, they're just investing a lot of money on super young talent. They don't know what they're gonna do with it, but at least that's their strategy. We're not gonna talk about Man U because they don't have a strategy, so we're gonna skip that. But I think for Arsenal, that's their strategy. We are underdogs. We're gonna build this team. Saka is our golden boy. Man, We're gonna protect him.
He's injured now, though, man.
I know, and
the fact that they haven't got anyone until now. I know we'll talk about transfers later. The fact that they haven't even gotten anyone now, when you don't believe in Raheem Sterling and your best player is out for minimum 2 months,
is a lack of funds?
Insane to me. No, how can it be? How can it be a lack of? No, they got the money. They definitely have the money.
Who's the most expensive player that Arsenal spent money on?
Rice, right?
Rice.
It was that 100 mil, but just because they just need, they definitely needed someone in that position.
Yes, and he's been a good move for them.
Yeah.
But that front line hasn't been.
The front line
hasn't been addressed.
So there are some questionable purchases.
No, here's the thing. All you had to do was look at the most recent game against Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
They lost in Emirates. It's the first loss in Emirates. 2-0 to an in-form Isak and an in-form Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
Those two players, if they were, and this is Newcastle. I know Newcastle's now
the. They would go to Arsenal in a heartbeat. These players.
They would walk into the starting lineup. They'd walk in
easily.
Martinelli would sit down, and whoever they got playing striker. Yeah. So that was the difference in the game. Is Newcastle had 2 killers on their team, and Arsenal have 0.
Yeah.
That's it. So
I really think it's about the strategy. This is what when they decide we're gonna change the strategy. This is when they gonna probably spend some money or see what they want to do. Maybe with a new director, they're gonna have a whole different strategy. We might see Arsenal spending a whole ton of cash next summer or something. But
sorry, Arsenal fans, I tried to get your back, but I'm going back to Liverpool.
Part of me being this frustrated is because, again, as I said the last time, was I love the Premier League. I want it to be competitive. There's nothing better to me than on the last day, all the teams are playing at once, and people are checking their phones to see what happened in the other game. And that energy is wonderful, and I want to see that happen. And I don't think it's going to be us this year. So I have to put my hopes into Arsenal. But this stupid team won't buy any forwards.
This was their year for sure. And
the last 2 years were their years.
This was probably the best opportunity.
Yeah.
You have a new coach at Liverpool.
A transition in Liverpool.
And Man City are not in form.
This is their year.
And now you're trying to compete with Nottingham.
Let's see who they get, man.
They gotta get somebody.
Hopefully they hear your podcast and they hear the podcast and get somebody.
That's the thing is you got your best player on an operating table and you still haven't signed anyone. It should have been okay. we can move on to Tottenham next after this. But the thing that I respect about Tottenham is Vicario's injured. First day the window opened, they got Kinski, that dude and then he played in that game. So I can respect that process,
Yeah. Yeah.
But for Arsenal, Bukayo Saka's injured. You know he's going to be out for a couple months. They still haven't signed anybody.
There aren't even any rumors about any transfer. But we'll talk about transfers.
All right.
At the end.
All right. I guess that was a good segue to Tottenham.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Most entertaining club in the Premier League. Holy crap, man! Did you guys watch that game against Liverpool?
Oh, we're not going to talk about the Newcastle one first.
Which new? Oh, yeah. We could.
I'm trying to avoid talking about the Liverpool one.
Okay.
Obviously.
Well, why? Why is that, dude?
Because we didn't play good.
Yeah, we could talk about Newcastle. I mean,
so they lost against Newcastle, and
of course,
Newcastle obviously is in form. They dominated Tottenham. Tottenham didn't stand a chance, to be honest. They were horrible.
Newcastle are definitely in a better form than Spurs, so it was expected.
Yeah. Newcastle walked all over them.
Form right
now.
now.
They were walking all over.
That's
them.
really good.
Yeah,
they could have been more than two.
Sure.
Honestly,
for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. There's much to say.
I like that kid. Yeah, Bergvall. Yeah,
he looks amazing.
Yeah.
Even in the Newcastle game, he was one of their best players on the pitch.
Yes.
And then he scored the goal against Liverpool in the EFL Cup.
He did.
What position does he play in?
He's CM.
Midfielder.
I guess he's a CM.
Instead of Madison?
Yeah, he kind of. Well, Madison was suspended for the Carabao Cup match.
Yeah.
And I think Bentancur got injured during that match.
Yeah.
What else? Kulusevski was playing winger. So, yeah, he was kind of down. You know, he had a lot of players out. Ange did. I kind of respect the way he had Tottenham prepared for that Liverpool game because the team was depleted. Jed Spence never leave their back line. I know he's normally a right back.
It's funny because he was a bench warmer in the last 2 seasons.
He was in the doghouse with like Conte or whatnot, but the kid is good, man. I have to say, he kind of put Mo Salah in his back pocket for that game. He did. I have to say it. And he's a right back. Like he had to play left back because of all the injuries, whatever. So I mean, it was an impressive game from Tottenham and very Tottenham of them to win, to beat Liverpool, and then second leg they'll probably lose 3-0 or something like that. You know, but
they sit in 12th place.
Yeah, they sit in 12th place
ahead of Manchester.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, I think we should talk about the Manchester United and Liverpool game because that was very entertaining.
That was a good game.
Box office, like Premier League game.
That was.
I need to start with this because
you go.
Yeah.
Our defense really had let us down. I mean, both goals were defensive mistakes.
Do you want to make a note of one person that caused both goals?
I mean, Alexander Arnold, obviously, both goals came from the right side.
Yeah,
obviously,
I love seeing Ben Dijk yelling at him. That was so.
You see, later in the game, he got to a point where he didn't stop yelling at him.
Dude,
when you stop fighting is when you give up.
That was the first game I actually see
on
Van Dijk like in so long, like doing a slide tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the like fancy like fans, they're saying like he just backs up when you're trying to. Yeah.
Especially since the torn ACL, he doesn't really slide tackle much anymore.
Well, in this game,
he had to.
Well, sorry, Max.
No,
I just want to say one thing about Van Dijk, guys. This guy is like he has reached a level like there is no one passing this guy.
In terms of best center back in the world,
he is the best, like of the best. Like this guy's quality, like what he brings on the field. Like I'm like, this guy's unbeatable. Like literally every single time this guy is matching with a player from Man U or any other players, like there's no chance. Like his timing of tackles, his positioning, and his defensive awareness. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I always complain about him in FIFA because he's so good in FIFA. I'm like, there's no way this guy's so good in real life. Then I watch him in real life. I'm like, wow, this guy is actually.
And that's
like,
why it doesn't make sense. Why the hell would you let him leave? There's 6 months left on his contract, bro.
Yeah.
That's besides the point. But like, to continue, to see Alexander Arnold not run back in a derby, like this is this a derby? Is this what? I mean, a rival.
You guys have a rival, yeah.
I mean, this is a game where you're putting your passion into it. The defense was obviously Konate just came back from injury. This was his first game back.
100%.
He was obviously lacking sharpness. So I mean, I don't blame him. Obviously, he was stale and he had part to play in the goal that was scored. But yeah, I mean, the defense really let us down. It was not attack. If we were able to control and get a 2-0 win, we could have. But just watching the goals again just frustrates me because this is the best defense. I mean, we had really strong defense before Konate got injured. Once he got injured, it's just been a mess. And even Allison kind of looked a little off of it. He made a mistake. Got very lucky. Was that in the Spurs game or this game where he did a cutback?
I think it was in the Spurs game.
Yeah.
He did like a cutback and they almost scored.
Pedro Porro missed because Van Dijk blocked it. I mean, he's been saving your butts. Honestly, he's been covering for a lot of deficiency around him.
Yeah.
I think, and also the last thing I'll say is that we were not clinical enough up front.
I was gonna say you guys didn't create as many chances. I thought like Man U did really good in defensively, but you guys didn't create as many chances as you used to. Like I think Man U or Amorim like really studied at least Liverpool's attack in a nice way that he.
Well, it was the same problem against Spurs too. Because we lacked the same bite and hunger as before, and I don't know what it is. I hope it's just a blip, But
sorry. Did you guys feel that Man U's performance against Liverpool was a tactical success? Because when I watched that game, it just felt more will over skill, in my opinion. It just felt like, dude, when we were predicting, when you listen to the pundits predict 4-0, I said 7. Dude, the predictions out there amongst the predictions out there amongst the pundits that were predicting that match was, if you're like a Man United player, you could use that as motivation, and just give you a little bit extra oomph. Like, these guys are thinking we're going to lose 5-0 to these guys. No, there's no way we're going to let that happen.
I think it
felt
tactic.
more.
I think it was tactic.
You think it was tactic?
But they were Manchester United were they were lucky with the goals.
Yeah,
their defense
the butcher.
I mean, the goals were luck. I don't know if I put it as luck, but like
I wouldn't call them luck.
It came down to poor defense.
How many times have you seen in this game Bruno doing this cut like through pass to a Man U player?
A player's ball watching.
I've seen it.
Right back is ball watching.
I've seen it. He did it to Lisandro Martinez in that goal. He did it with Amad Diallo a couple of times. He did it with Højlund.
Yeah.
I think what really stood out for me is that Man U were so much better on the rebounds. Like almost every second ball and every time that Liverpool would clear the ball. This is how Liverpool thrive on the counter attack. And every time Man U were actually faster and in the right place to get the ball.
That's why I felt like it was more will than skill.
I think this is player position.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Enough,
yeah. Like to happen every time.
So then that means you're saying that Man United are going to go on a bit of a run here.
Well, if they put that same, they know what they need to do.
Because I'm thinking next game when they don't have a game where people are predicting them to get thrashed, I think they're going to stink again.
I think they had the will in terms of like these players want to prove something.
Yeah.
But I thought Amorim had a really good tactical game, but he doesn't have like when these players are matched up with like let's say like Crystal Palace, they wouldn't have the same will to do the same.
Sure,
but in terms of the tactics, I think Amorim had a great game like against Slot. Just in my opinion.
Fair enough. Yeah. Where does Liverpool go from here, Max? A tie against Man U and a loss in the Carabao Cup to Tottenham.
I don't think it's really a big major concern for me.
Yeah.
I would like sometimes when I was looking at the results, what I thought was sometimes it takes like a little bit of a January transfer, one signing to kind of give the spark back, a little bit of excitement.
You got Virgil in January, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, like just that little spark of excitement in the dressing room, would bring back whatever kind of doubt there was. Like
Chiesa didn't bring that.
He's played one game, dude. You know what I mean? But like maybe that's all we need. Just like one little loan, one little transfer guy, just that we can bring in and like, okay, we got him. Like, there's a little bit of refreshment, and I don't think it's really a concern. It's not like we've been a drastic dip in form. It's 2 draws. Well, the loss.
It's a draw and a loss.
It's only a first leg, and I'm sure we're going to win the second one at home.
Probably
so
pretty handedly,
Yeah, I'm not concerned. We have a game in hand. We still have, if we win that game, we're going to be 9 points, right? Yeah, 9 points ahead.
Yeah.
So,
How can you be concerned when you're seeing how Arsenal look out there?
yeah.
Like, if Arsenal was clicking,
And
then
Arsenal
maybe
and
be like,
Chelsea,
"Ugh."
and yeah, I mean,
But
when
Arsenal is not taking advantage. I'm sorry to bring it back to Arsenal. They're not taking advantage of you guys because, dude, the dip in form, it's going to happen, right? Your guys aren't invincible, right? So I don't think it's a big deal either. I'm just making fun of it. Had to do the story in the beginning, but it'd just be nice if Arsenal would take advantage of it. You know, that's something Man City would do, right, Amir? If we're in second place and we see the team in first place slip up, we're freaking pouncing on them. That's what we did.
I can't wait for Liverpool to
to
lose a couple more games, and then we're like back.
Dude, you guys are what is it? 12 points with a game in hand, so it could be 15 points.
That's the beauty of being a Man City fan. Like,
come back from behind.
You gotta have trust.
Yeah. In March, you're gonna be in the 7th or 8th place.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see about that.
Yeah. All right. I think we said everything about Liverpool.
Liverpool, I mean, we kind of touched on Man U in there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys got anything else you want to add between those teams there? Or?
No. I think we'll get into transfer windows and some transfers after the break.
Yeah, let's take a little break now. When we get back, we will talk about what these big 6 clubs need to do in January. And we are back. All right, before we get into predictions, we have some news to update in the Premier League. We have a couple managers that have been sacked. My beloved Sean Dyche.
That was surprising, though.
Oh, man.
I'm going to miss him so much. I love that guy.
No,
I mean, they
weren't horrible.
They tied against
Sean
Chelsea.
They're in 16th place. Though.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was about time, I guess.
You guys think he'll get another job in the Premier League?
I hope he does, man. He's good.
Yeah.
I like him. I don't know if he's good, but I like him. I just like the personality.
I'm sure he'll find a way.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good deal. Lopetegui,
deservedly should have left months ago.
This was probably 2 months
Overdue.
or more overdue.
But who's gonna come in? Graham Potter, which is a fantastic
I think
long-term project. That's a great
Graham
signing.
Potter.
I think it's a really, really good
Welcome back, Potter.
acquisition. I think it's a good situation for him. He's out of the big limelight of Chelsea and can just like put his head down.
Yeah.
I mean, West Ham, they put a good squad together. Those fans are going to be expecting success quickly, but now at least it's tempered, you know?
Yes.
So I think it's a perfect fit for him.
I agree.
I think he's going to get the best out of those players. And I'm going to go to those waivers in our fantasy league and start looking at West Ham players again, because for the longest time I was just kind of ignoring them because dude, these guys aren't going to get clean sheets. They're not going to score goals. What's the point? I'm going to take a look at them now. All right.
I think we all should.
Do you know what I'd like to see? De Zerbi and Everton. Imagine the attacking. Oh my gosh!
It would be crazy to see a team like Everton try to score more goals.
Yeah.
You know, rather than just
get
a goal and lock up shop for the rest of the game. You know, so. But we love you, Sean Dyche. Okay.
And was there any more that we're missing?
I think it's just those two, right?
Yeah, I don't think there are any other rumors.
All right, so you guys ready to get into predictions?
Let's do it.
All right, let's see what we got here. Skipping. All right.
2:30. Well,
on a Tuesday.
What
right?
the heck?
We got 3 games at 2:30.
Huh.
Very interesting. We got Brentford against Manchester City.
Ooh.
Brentford's going to be hosting in this game. Max, what do you think will be the...
You're going to start with the non-Man City fan first?
Yes.
You know what? I am going to say that Man City will win, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yes.
I am going to say, though, 3-1.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to say Man City like 2-1.
2-1?
I had 3-1 in my mind too, but I want to be different.
I'm having trouble not giving Brentford a couple goals here because they are a much different team at home versus away, and they're at home in this game.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pick against Man City either.
You're going to say a draw?
I think it'll be a draw.
I can feel it in your lips.
I do. I feel a 2-2 draw here.
Ooh.
Although Brentford don't seem to draw a lot.
They don't.
Neither do we, to be honest. So that might be a bad prediction, but
let's see.
I think 2-2 is what I'm feeling for that one.
Okay.
All right, next game we got Chelsea hosting Bournemouth. We've got very low form Chelsea with a great squad versus very high form Bournemouth with a pretty decent squad. This also feels like a draw to me.
Yeah, I'm feeling a draw for
Feels
sure.
like a
This
draw
one.
to me as well. I'll just say 0-0.
Okay.
No goals.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
I know.
I'm gonna say 1-1.
1-1. Fair enough.
I had 1-1, but you know what? To be different, I'm going to say Chelsea 2-1.
Okay,
And
there
they're
you go.
back in form.
Chelsea.
Yeah. All right, West Ham, the Hammers, hosting Fulham.
First game.
New
First
coach.
game, new
coach.
manager bounce. What do you think, Max?
Fulham all day.
Really?
I say Fulham.
No new manager bounce
No.
for you? Okay.
But I'm gonna say just a 2-1 Fulham.
2-1. Okay.
Especially without Bowen, because Bowen's injured for next month.
Right. That's true.
I'm actually gonna flip it. I'm gonna say 2-1 West Ham.
Oh,
I think
nice.
these players they want to show that the problem wasn't them;
Yeah,
it was the coach.
Yeah.
So they're gonna overperform.
fair enough. I have trouble not also seeing a draw here. I know that's kind of boring, but I think they'll put in a good performance, and
I could see it.
I think a 1-1 is probably what I'm leaning towards here.
Yeah.
So
I think it's because they're all midweek.
yeah, I mean it's awkward midweek games. These teams would have just played some FA Cup games against
Yeah.
third, fourth tier teams, so it is a bit weird. You might see some change in normal starting 11s. That's why I am leaning towards more conservative results this week. So, but all right, next match we have at 3:00. Nottingham Forest hosting Liverpool. This is a
man.
good challenge
It is
to test our theory
I
about Nottingham
know.
Forest. Max, what do you think?
I'll be honest. I'm not confident.
Why
Um,
not?
I'm gonna go with a draw. Unfortunately,
Mm,
I'm gonna go with a 1-1.
dang! Imagine Nottingham getting 4 points off of
I know.
Liverpool this year.
That'll be fun.
That'd be crazy. What do you think?
I think Liverpool are gonna win 2-1.
I was going to say the same 2-1 as well. I think
See,
Liverpool
I'd
win.
be very happy if
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
both right.
All right, let's see.
Everton.
Wednesday, January 15th. We also have 3 games at 2:30 and then a 3:00 game as well. First one we got Everton hosting Aston Villa.
Mm.
New manager. Do we know who the Everton? We don't know.
No,
We
They're
don't
in
know.
the-
I don't think it's
of
been
Limbo.
announced or
They don't have a manager yet. So
might be assistant
Oh,
manager. or
okay.
something.
Free win to Aston Villa.
They're at home at Goodison Park. I don't think the fans are going to be super happy though that Sean. I don't know. He seemed like
Yeah, they had a thing together.
they had a thing together, you know.
Yeah.
So this wasn't like a Lampard situation, you know. So I think they're going to be pissed, man. I think Aston Villa is going to beat them.
I
I think they're going to beat him 3-1.
Nice.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Amir, what do you think?
I would say 2-0. I
Okay,
don't know. Aston Villa hasn't been looking good.
2-0.
Yeah.
Actually, that seems more predictable because Everton don't score goals. All right,
I was going to say 2-0. I'm going to say 3-0.
3-0. Fair enough. All right, good deal. Leicester hosting Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace starting to look like a Premier League team again. A little bit, kind of.
I have no idea.
They got a tie against Chelsea.
Yeah, they're playing good.
Yeah, they're playing all
A
right.
little bit better.
Max, what do you think?
Crystal Palace with the win, and I'm going to say 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
It's a 1-1 game.
Dang, that's what I was going to say too. 1-1. It just feels like a draw as well. It just
Leicester's
feels like
lost the last 5 games.
Yeah.
yeah.
You sure about that?
I don't think they're going to be. I
Okay.
mean, they're at home. That helps a little bit. You know, it feels like a draw game to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Did you
Is
say
it 1-1?
Yeah, 1-1.
Okay.
Newcastle, the Flying High Newcastle, will be hosting Wolves. Man, it's hard to pick against Newcastle's form right now, man. It just feels like every single game they play, Isak is going to score a goal.
Yeah.
It just somehow, at least. And I think this one he'll probably get a brace, to be honest. So I'll say like 3-1 Newcastle here.
3-1.
Yeah,
I'm going to say 2-0 Newcastle.
2-0. Okay.
You're literally stealing everything.
No.
You know what? I'm going to go 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
2-0
I can't keep doing
Newcastle.
different ones. Yeah. 2-0 Newcastle.
All right. Is Cunha's playing in that game, right? You guys don't think
He
he'll get a
is.
goal? No?
I think
Maybe.
Newcastle's unformidable in defense. They're on
Yeah,
fire.
Sven Botman's looking really good, and yeah,
They're really,
good stuff. All right. The North London Derby. Arsenal hosting Tottenham at the Emirates.
At this point, it's the Caca Derby at this point. The way both teams.
Max, what do you think?
You know what? Tottenham just beat Liverpool, so I
Yes.
think by their system they have to lose their next game.
And I can't.
And I think Arsenal typically win. So I'm gonna go Arsenal with the win. Slender 2-1.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Amir?
I just can't see Arsenal winning any more games right now.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're performing really bad.
Right.
I would say 2-2.
2-2. Tottenham, I can't remember the last time they won at the Emirates. It's just
Yeah.
they just have a mental. They're owned over there, you know. So I do think Arsenal will win. I agree with the 2-1.
Last time was 2022.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say about this one. I'm going to go on a limb and predict that between now, the recording of this podcast, and when this game happens, Arsenal is going to announce a name that will be joining their squad.
That's a big
And the pure announcement of the name will be enough to galvanize the troops to get a very gross 2-1 victory over Tottenham. That's what I think.
So you agree with the score?
From two corners.
Yeah, I think so. From two corners.
To Gabriel and
You know, when you got to a point where the crowd is getting on their feet on a corner kick, that's when you know. Listen, corner kick goals,
terrible.
those are goals, right? They count just the same. But when the crowd is getting hyped up for corners and excited, overtly excited for corners, you're in big trouble, my guys. All right. On Thursday, January 16th, we have Ed Sheeran FC, a.k.a. Ipswich, hosting Brighton at 2:30. This one could be a fun one, boys. Low-key could be a fun one, right?
Yeah.
Brighton's not really good. They're kind of dipping, on a dip a bit, and they got to go on the road. It's an awkward day for the game. I think you might be able to see some goals out of this one. Sorry, just give me a second here. Ipswich beating Brighton just seems ridiculous.
On a Thursday?
On a Thursday. This feels like a tie as well, 2-2. I don't know. It just feels like a tie to me.
I was going to say 2-2.
Yeah,
as well.
okay.
Ipswich win
Oh,
2-1.
No
nice.
way.
Nice. I like that. All right. Man United off of a thrilling draw
Against
Liverpool,
Southampton, I mean.
against Southampton.
What better place to go to, really?
Well, Man United's at home at the
Yeah.
Mold Trafford.
That's nice.
I
Is that
stole
me?
that. I stole that from Expressions.
Am I supposed to go first?
Yeah, you go
You're
first.
looking at me. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Manchester United with the win
Yeah.
3-0.
Whoa.
You have the same prediction as mine.
That's why I went first.
I was
Both of
going
you
to say
are crazy.
3-0.
You're both insane.
Against
All right,
Southampton?
I'm gonna
they
say
just
fo-
lost 5-0.
4-0. 4-0.
4-0. They'll win 1-0.
Give these guys a
Man,
break.
the floodgates
Come on.
are open, man.
You think what floodgates in Man?
Against Southampton?
Yeah,
They
Southampton
just
stinks.
tied against Liverpool. I mean, that
Yeah.
the pride of the Manchester
Nah.
is
They
going to
score 2, you double it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. Good statistic.
I think it'll be.
Don't even.
Uh,
You look like you want to vomit.
I know. I think
This is why we need cameras.
I think it'll be. I think it'll be 1-0 Man United. I think they'll win, but I don't think
That's
it'll be.
ugly.
Really?
Yeah, 1-0. Yeah,
Man, you had a lot of draws and ugly wins and stuff.
it's ugly. It's gonna be an ugly week of soccer.
I know.
To
That's
be
true.
honest with you guys.
Midweek.
All right, let's get into the transfers here. How do we want to do these, boys? You want to go team by team and talk about the rumors, what they need, et cetera, et cetera? What do you think?
Well, are there any rumor? There
There's
aren't
not
any
many
rumors
rumors for
with
Liverpool.
with Liverpool. There is a lot of talking about Trent leaving in like this January with the
Yeah.
fee.
Yes,
I don't know if it's going to happen or not.
probably not.
And it
Right?
might affect how Arne Slot wants to continue the rest of the season. Even if Trent doesn't leave, maybe he would start
Bradley?
maybe start Bradley for
'Cause
a
he
couple
knows
of
he's the
games,
future
right?
anyway.
Yeah, it seems like Trent is already out. Like
Yeah.
mentally, I think he is out, and the fans are probably prepared now. What do you think, Max?
I think, I think it's time for him to go.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Dang.
I don't know. I mean, he's a legend. He's gonna go down as a legend. But I think خلاص. I've accepted it months.
Yeah.
I've accepted it months ago. Also, that's a side note, but I don't have zero idea how to pronounce his name. But the guy from Napoli, Kavica Kvaratskhelia.
Goalkeeper?
No, no,
Is that Kvaratskhelia?
Kvaratskhelia.
Goalkeeper.
Yeah, the right mid, the
Oh.
winger.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking about the Georgian goalkeeper.
The
you guys.
George-
No, the
yeah.
Georgian left winger.
Georgian left
Oh,
winger.
okay.
Yeah,
Kvaratskhelia.
apparently there's a strong
Really?
talks with
the,
that.
the guy that was like the darling of the Euros,
This guy's crazy.
the best player on
Yeah.
Georgia.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
We're in
And
heavy
Napoli.
talks to get him in January. so
Really?
that may be happening. And
That
that would be a very
that
good
would be
backup.
a big signing.
I don't know if
Backup.
he's meant to take the spot of Salah. I don't know if he plays on that side or what his plan is, but he will regardless be better than Chiesa.
Damn.
Wow.
That'd be a good signing.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, in terms of Arnold, I accepted it.
I would have assumed you guys would go defense because, okay, so as you said, Konate got hurt and the back line has looked bad.
Yeah.
Robertson's getting older. You need cover for him. Trent Alexander-Arnold has 1 foot out the door. I know you have Connor Bradley, but
And we have
I would've-
Simicast on the left.
yeah, but I would have assumed you're going to get a center back. You're going to get,
Yeah, I don't think we
I
need it
didn't
at
think
this
you'd
point.
be looking at forwards or midfielders. I thought you'd be looking at
Something about
defenders.
Liverpool is we've always been light in defense.
And
In
you just
every
like
single,
that?
I don't like that. We always had Matip and Joe Gomez as our backups.
Gomez is hurt now too, correct?
Yeah, I mean,
You guys got to get somebody on that
But
back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's something that we'll probably look in the summer. I don't think we're ever going to get somebody right now, to be
That
honest.
seems short-sighted to me. You could have opened the door for other teams.
Maybe we get.
'Cause I
I
feel
think
like-
we want to get Anthony Robertson from Fulham. Is really
Yeah,
is
see,
the
that
big
would
thing.
make. But I mean, you guys are. I hope not. I hope he plays forever. But you guys are like a rolled ankle on from Virgil van Dijk away from
Yeah.
just being open season on that back line.
I agree.
And we've seen that happening before.
We
Yeah.
have seen it happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see us get a center back. I don't know of any real big names that come to my mind that would
Yeah.
stick right in the lineup, unless you guys think.
I
of
just would have assumed those are the types of guys you'd be linked to, not
Yeah.
forwards and midfield. You know, that's what.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just making assumptions here. You know.
Yeah. I think the center backs are not usually the first ones out. I think the wing, like attacking players, are usually the ones that all the clubs
Yeah.
want to snatch up before the others do. So I'm
Yeah.
excited that we're gonna get this guy hopefully before anybody else does.
Yeah, it'd be a great signing for Liverpool. Actually, it'd be a great signing for any of the top six or big six teams.
Omar Marmoush.
Ronald Araujo from Barcelona.
Why would he
Great
leave though?
signing.
He's a future Barca captain.
I don't think so.
No,
I think he's on his way out. He's already linked to Arsenal. Can you believe
Which
that
is-
in the summer?
Which is very surprising.
Yeah.
I really don't think he's gonna leave though.
I think there could be.
Isn't he a Barca academy?
I think so. I'm not sure. But anyway,
At
there's
least
there's rumors of him being loaned to some teams
Yeah,
and like
That's interesting.
I don't know. There's something going on there. So
These Uruguayan players, they don't survive outside of Spain, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Well, I mean, and then he's coming off that really bad hamstring injury as well, so that's
Yeah.
another thing. But man, he'd be really good.
I do
Anyway,
have. I want to ask you guys a question. If you're Trent, and
Yeah.
let's say Real Madrid is knocking on the door now,
Yeah.
they tell you either sign in January, or we are not going to sign you in the summer.
Mm.
Would you leave and forget about the potentially winning the Premier League,
No.
or would you stay?
I would not go to a club that puts me in an ultimatum situation like
But
that.
Real Madrid always do that.
I know, but
But the fact that he has the chance of winning a Champions and a Premier League and whatever other cup, I would as a player, I think he values more the Premier League with Liverpool than that at the moment.
That's not what it seems like.
the
I
right
think
thing.
I mean
in my
if that
opinion.
ultimatum was given to him.
Yeah.
But
The right
yeah,
thing
I
to
agree
do-
with you
The
actually.
right thing to do would be for him to re-sign a new deal with Liverpool and make Real Madrid do what they're just like any other club in the world has to do and pay a fee for him.
They're never gonna do the same
Alright.
like they did with Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, and they're not gonna do that
They're not gonna fall for it again,
What do you mean?
like Real Madrid.
because PSG he was gonna go to PSG earlier.
'Cause,
and then
like,
they
that was
extended his
the-
contract.
That was the situation with Kylian Mbappe. They told him, okay, we're gonna sign a new deal. Then Real Madrid can sign you for any fee. But what they did, they just waited until the end of like his contract or whatever to get him for free
And
again.
paid him his signing bonus was that
Yeah,
fee. To me,
I
that's
don't think
sketchy.
they would. I don't think they would do the same with any other player. That's what I'm trying to say.
But that looks like that's what they're going to do with Trent if they get him on a free. If they get him on a free, they'll be like, dude, come to us on a free. Alfonso
Yeah.
Davies, come
Yeah.
on a free. We'll pay you that transfer fee as a signing bonus, which is sketchy business, man.
But why
Make
would
him pay a
why
transfer
would they
fee to the
approach
club.
him then in the like in
The
January.
club deserves to get a payday. I mean, as much as I don't want to see Liverpool win anything, Liverpool is the one that fostered this talent. He's a Liverpool player. He's an academy player. They deserve the payday, not anyone else. Not so.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to move on to another club and see what they need to do?
Yeah. So we go to Man City.
Sure. Well, let's leave Man City until the end.
Okay.
We have a lot of talking to do.
Juicy.
But, yeah.
All right, what about Man United? Do you think Ruben Amorim is going to make any splashes in January?
Haven't heard anything.
I'm searching now just out of curiosity. But, I mean, really, they should get somebody. I know they just renewed Ahmed Diallo, which is a big thing. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Marcus Rashford looks like he's booking a medical.
Out.
Yeah.
Where?
He has a medical. I don't know. It says medical. I don't know where his.
Probably in Italy, Milan.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm so surprised he wouldn't go to any other team. I mean, would you call Marcus Rashford a Man U legend?
No.
So why wouldn't he go to any other Premier League team?
Chris Smalling probably told him, "Dude, come to Serie A. You're gonna be amazing here."
I have to be honest. I don't think he should have much of a say of where he goes because of his poor performances and his seemingly attitude. He needs to just go wherever they tell him to and put his head down and build up his reputation again. In my opinion,
I think Man U fans would disagree. I feel like a lot of Man U fans would consider him like a legend.
Really?
For some reason,
those got to be the young ones then that didn't see.
I think they will put
glory
him
days.
They put him in the same category as Trent.
No, Trent's won way more for.
I don't mean about trophies, but in terms of
out of consistency, Arnold has been consistent all his career. No, I wouldn't put them together.
Really?
And they actually won something with Arnold.
Yeah.
Champions League and Premier League.
They won a couple of cups.
No, we don't count English cups. We don't count
this FA Cup they won really dude. Man City was all hungover or drunk. Okay, why are we still? Anyway,
we're still talking about that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of their biggest. They may get rid of. They may lose Kobe Mano. They may lose.
What?
Yeah, I'm reading that.
It's very
surprising. They may get rid of Xerxes.
I knew
obviously
Amorim was out on Xerxes immediately, and Xerxes would probably go to Liverpool. Just because he's Dutch.
Oh heck no!
Yeah, he's Dutch. He'll go there, and
I don't think he has
and then
any qualities.
Arne Slot will go there and turn him into a great striker for you guys. He's
Dutch.
Arne Slot loves Dutch people.
I know.
Look at Gravenberg.
I don't think he has any of the qualities.
Really?
To be in the Premier League in general.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Not even any of the teams.
If you're Ruben, Lenny Yoro is basically like a January signing because he's barely seen the field and he's now healthy and
he looked great.
He looked good, yeah. So,
do you think they need any signings?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, if he's not going to play
said
with Garnacho,
they're only going to get one or two signings. Who are they going to get?
It's always like
anywhere.
Man U. Yeah.
Anywhere.
I always feel like Man U. They always need a striker for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though when they
they should.
They're gonna buy another striker.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I guarantee you, this summer they're gonna get Gyökeres.
Yeah, I mean that is their top sign.
Yeah, they're gonna get Gyökeres. Yeah,
signing wish. I guess.
Really?
Yeah,
he's
on the top of their
played
transfer.
for him at. Yeah, they're gonna get that guy.
I think
Arsenal are not gonna get him.
Arsenal's gonna get him before they do.
You think?
No,
so?
they won't. Arsenal don't. They don't have the balls.
But the fact that Xerxes was a good talent, why are you getting rid of Xerxes? Just loan him or something. I mean,
I would loan him.
It's a dumb idea to get rid of one of Serie A's biggest talents last season.
But if you
just
loan
after 6 months,
if you loan Xerxes and you don't get anybody else, and you really put all of your all the weight on the shoulders of Højlund, the kid is too young he's 21 or whatever. That's too much pressure. They need to.
He needs a Chris Wood on top of him.
He's much better than Xerxes, though.
Huh?
He's much better than Xerxes.
I don't think
I
so.
agree.
I like maybe he could be.
Yeah.
There's probably potential there, but either way, you're going to ruin that guy if you put all the pressure on him to be the guy. So they need to get Gyökeres because Gyökeres is ready to go right away. Højlund behind him, and Xerxes loaned or sold somewhere else.
Well, I think their top priority is probably a left winger because if he's not depending on Garnacho and Rashford is leaving, you don't really have anyone that can play on that
nice
left wing.
assist by Garnacho in that game, I have to say.
Yeah.
Nice assist. Yeah. But I don't know. You said who do they need? I told you, man. This team has 3 or 4 players that I would keep, and everybody else needs to go. So based on that, I would say get anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, so
We'll see.
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
All right.
definitely Chelsea are not signing.
Yeah, I mean,
Any new
there's-
players.
they do want
If
some
Chelsea
players, but I don't think
signs
they
someone,
need to.
then like FFP's got to come down hard on those guys.
It should be a goalkeeper. I would assume, right?
Maybe, but I think that would be in the summer. I don't think.
No,
they
that's Arsenal's job. They like the goalkeeper.
will.
They
Yeah.
get goalkeepers.
I don't think they need anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, they have everything.
Arsenal.
Well, I know
already-
Chelsea want to sell some. I know they're not happy with Axel Disasi, and
Yeah.
Cuckoo is linked to a move. I think a loan or a sell. I don't think they're very happy with Felix. So there could be more players going out of Chelsea than coming in.
Yeah.
Which
Hopefully
is
to other Premier League clubs,
which
that'd
is
be kinda
fine.
cool.
Yeah, you know. So yeah.
Last team is Spurs. Oh, wait, no,
Well, we haven't
No,
talked
we got-
about
we haven't
Arsenal.
talked about Spurs and Man
Tottenham,
City.
Arsenal, and Man City. Yeah.
Okay,
So Tottenham, if I'm,
They have a.
they already
keeper?
got a goalkeeper.
they got their
Covered that.
goalkeeper, and he looked good, man.
Yeah.
He looked really
21.
good.
So I mean, good. Signing.
Imagine you just showed up 3 days ago into a brand new country, and you have to go play in the semifinal against currently the best team in Europe right now.
Yeah,
Like that's a lot of pressure, man. That kid's got he's got
Definitely
some
is.
balls, man.
Yeah.
yeah. So
I think they need a center back.
yeah,
They really need
Mhm.
they're desperate for center backs because Romero is constantly injured every season,
yeah. And Van de Ven now is too.
and
Yeah.
Van de Ven. I mean, you can't have two injury-prone defenders
Right.
and they can't rely on these backups for a
Yeah.
full season. So
Yeah.
I think if I would, as a Spurs coach, they already handled the goalkeeper, which is great. They need to get another center back.
Yeah.
The fullbacks are good. I mean,
Yeah.
you said Spence looks great, so I think that's fine. But if they don't get a center back in the January transfer window, I don't understand what they're doing.
I
Really.
agree.
I agree. I think that's their top priority.
I'd
for
probably
sure.
get a real DM too because they don't really have a
Well,
real
Bergvall
one.
has stepped up great. I mean, he's looked great.
Yeah, but he's kind of more number 8 from what I can tell. I feel like he's more. I think they
He's
need.
definitely attacking more.
I don't think they have a real 6 on their team. I don't think Basuma is a real 6. I don't think Sarr is a real. These are a bunch of 8s they got on their team. I think they need a real number 6.
Mhm.
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
To shore things up defensively. Dragosteen looked really good. So
He's starting to look good.
he's
yeah,
starting to look good. But I agree, they do need another center back if they're gonna
for
Yeah.
sure.
try to do anything this year. Yeah.
Arsenal, because we want to leave Man City to last.
Arsenal. I mean, you guys.
We
are,
already talked about it's all in the attack.
Yes.
There's nothing that needs to be done
Yeah.
in defense or center or the midfield. I don't think.
Yeah.
But everything is on the wings and attack.
They're
that they need
linked.
to shore up.
Okay, this to me is crazy. They're linked with Nico Williams.
That'd be actually kind of really good.
He's got like a 50 million pound clause or euro. I don't know when it's from one country to another. 50, 48, something like that.
Are we talking about Nico Williams?
The
Spanish guy
Spanish
from
Atletico.
left winger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just.
he plays for Atletico Bilbao,
Yeah.
right? I think. Can you pull up his stats real quick because this is the crazy.
He has one
part.
goal and 3 assists in
Correct.
17 matches.
All right,
So he
so-
overperformed last season, but this
But
season.
here's
he's been
the
horrible.
thing: is that there's a rumor that he is demanding wages of 300,000 a week.
Really?
One
I would
goal
not pay
and
for
3
That's as high
assists.
isn't that as high as De Bruyne or how
No,
many?
De Bruyne. They're like I think De Bruyne
Is that
is
350?
400, and I
Oh.
think Holland is 375.
Yeah.
I definitely
but-
not pay this much for that guy.
No. I
Why?
mean, Havertz is getting 275 on this team.
That's crazy.
I think Mo Salah is getting 350 or 350.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather
for
get
Nico
Rafael
Williams,
now.
so for Nico Williams to say, "I want 300K a week" when you haven't been in the Premier League and currently you're on 1 goal and 3 assists in La Liga is insane.
It's
to
because
me.
it's Arsenal. This is what I told you guys. He's not going to be doing these demands with Man City and Liverpool. They're going to be like, listen, buddy, there's a million other players we can go for. You want to play for Manchester City and Liverpool? This is how much we're giving you. Arsenal doesn't have that flex that they can say that. So he has the ability to flex and tell them, I want this.
But they're not
and
going
I'm
to give
not
him
going.
that. They're
Huh?
not going to give him that.
The Arsenal's stupid, man.
Dude,
I
they're
don't
not
know.
getting.
Yeah,
dude,
you
they're paying.
You'll be-
Arsenal is stupid
You-
and
alright, you're right.
desperate.
You'll be surprised.
Actually, you're right because they are paying Havertz 275 a week,
Which is ridiculous.
which is I think is the highest on their team. So
How much does Jesus make?
250.
Which he does not
He gets
deserve.
so Jesus gets 250. Havertz gets 275. I don't.
Dude,
If
they're
I'm
dumb, man.
Bukayo Saka,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't care that
demanding-
I'm like an Arsenal academy. I'm going to the negotiating table, be like, what the heck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Okay, paying those players that much money. What is he getting paid? I have to look up.
Yeah, I
Saka's
don't know. Yeah.
wages.
I thought Bukayo Saka is like at 300.
He better be the most
he
paid.
better
Yeah.
be.
But yeah, dude, they're stupid and they might do it, and
No, I don't.
he has
they
the
don't-
ability to do that.
The thing is, like, I feel like the club they are harboring the burn that Pepe gave, because Pepe was their 70 at that time. I think they spent 72 million on him.
Yeah.
And at that time, dudes,
That was a big deal.
72 was insane,
And
and
he
it was a
was
complete
trash.
flop. And I feel like they've been scarred since then. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know if they've got the balls to.
I mean, every Manchester United's probably way more scarred with Anthony and
Right,
some
yeah.
other signings. So
I mean, you
Right,
got
see,
Osimhen out there that you can get, Victor Osimhen. I don't think they're going to get Gyökeres. I think he's a lock for Man United in the summer.
I think they need
Isak,
to get
they
a striker, man.
If this was a month or two ago, Isak probably would have been attainable. But now, I think Newcastle quoted if you even want to get to him, it's 150.
Wow.
They're not going to spend that kind of money.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So
of money.
I don't know. If you're Arsenal, you got to get a forward of some kind. But I don't know what.
Yeah,
I don't know what names there. You know,
He could probably link with Liam Delap.
Liam
he
Delap
does-
would have been great for them.
If
What did he
doesn't
call?
go- if he
What
doesn't
did
go to Man
Ipswich
City.
pay for Liam Delap?
Like-
20?
I think they paid like about 20 or 15, and Man City have a buyback clause actually.
Oh, okay.
So I think he might be locked with Man
Honestly,
City.
get Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid, bro.
He's not performing.
It's fine, man. He's another Manchester City reject. I'm sure he'll fit right in.
No, they just spent 84 million, 85 million on him. They got to see it out with him. But
Yeah.
But they need to handle the wings. They need to get a winger and a striker, really.
yeah, and you
For
know
sure.
Waneri's hurt
ASAP.
now.
I
Ethan
know.
Waneri's
I don't know how
hurt.
long.
So like, yeah, so they need another 10. They need a new player on all three fronts. So they're in bad shape, man. I don't know what other names they're linked with.
Yeah, but
yeah.
if they're paying 300,000
I saw.
for every player,
Yeah.
they're only going to
But
get one.
I saw they were. That's where I brought up Araujo before, because I saw that they were linked with him, and I was like, dude. All right, I got a cousin that's an Arsenal fan. I've got we got friends that if this club brings in another center back, the fans will implode.
It's all about
totally.
the corners, so
Yeah, it's
they
all
might
about
need more
corners.
hitters
Yeah.
to hit the ball. But
All right. Yeah. You guys got anything else for
Now
Arsenal?
we'll go to Man City.
Amir,
Man
I'll
City.
let you.
You guys want to say a lot?
well, I don't even remember how many players were linked with, but I think the biggest one is Omar Marmoush.
Yep.
I think the player has agreed verbally.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's news to me.
today.
Yeah, I heard
so
that.
Are you
It's
serious?
just
They're-
down to the club now.
we're giving an offer this weekend for
Okay.
a transfer in January. The initial talks were transfer in the summer, but
Yeah.
now the transfer might happen in January,
Nice.
and I think it's very exciting.
Where do you think is his best position? Because I know his thing is he can kind of play anywhere. He's kind of got a little Kai
Yeah.
Havertz to him where he can.
He's going to
playing a
play on the
bunch of-
bench. That's what
Yeah,
he's gonna play.
I don't think he's gonna start right away, but it was always those games like every time Julian Alvarez was on the bench, Haaland would get subbed out like in the 60th or 70th minute,
Sure.
or like let Haaland score his hat trick or whatever, and then let's sub him out, and
Yeah.
then he would rest, and then that's why the Haaland looked really good over the past couple of years, because there was always like someone that would play like for 25 minutes for the remaining of the game for him.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably how it's gonna start. He's gonna play that Julian Alvarez role.
Oh,
You
dang,
might
you're talking
see-
like it's done already.
Maybe. I know, but
You get an Egyptian Amir
I
for the
know.
club?
You guys also
not-
got a right back.
not ready
Oh.
for the plastic fans.
You guys just are about to sign a right back as
What's
well.
his name?
Abdukour Kanusev he plays in the French league
Heck yeah.
with
I
Lens.
Heck yeah.
wait, is that
35 million.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought we were linked with another defender.
that's a left back. That's what I'm reading.
Kuzna?
Wait, he's a left back? Dang, it's another Benjamin Mendy.
Maybe.
I don't even know. His name is
Yeah.
so hard to pronounce. But
Yeah.
yeah,
but
20 million is
we're
actually-
linked with actually we completed signing of Vitor Reis. He's a Brazilian defender,
You get these random people.
and
that-
actually they're saying he's ready for first team.
Who is this?
I have no idea.
What position?
Center back.
Okay.
So
And I'm hearing Diaz is going to get sold. Ruben Diaz.
no
Nah.
way.
That's what it says. Yeah.
There
Don't
is
be crazy
no
now.
way.
Don't be crazy.
Yeah,
now.
saying he could depart in January.
My
There's
captain.
a bunch
No.
of
He's
of
got future
Yeah,
captain written all over.
I don't see that happening.
But did you guys, the big name to me, I mean, you guys are pulling out names that I haven't heard of, but that's awesome. But the big name that I heard we were linked with was Martin Zubamendi.
Yeah, I heard about the links too.
Imagine we get
Take
the
him,
guy
man.
that you guys wanted.
He's
Yeah.
Spanish. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
heard
guys
about,
are like these Spanish.
heard
Yeah.
about that too.
Can you imagine if we have Zubamendi and we have Rodri? All we need is the guy. Is he on PSG? Who's the other?
Fabian Ruiz.
Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
get Fabian
You
Ruiz.
literally
we have
have
the Spanish Midfield.
It'd be the new Barcelona
I
Real
would
Madrid.
still take Guimaraes
Guimaraes,
over
okay, fair enough.
Zubimendi.
Yeah.
But
So
it is
what
it
do you
is.
guys need? I mean, other than the ones that you're rumored with, what positions do you need to get covered?
I'll be pissed if that guy's a left back. That guy you just mentioned from Lens, because we need a right back like
Yeah.
yesterday.
And he could probably play both, right?
Why?
Most of our defenders can play right back too, like Stones, Akanji.
Yeah, but we don't have. I want like a real like Kyle Walker. I'm
We're
sorry, he's
we're
done,
way
man.
we're way past these days. We're never gonna have like two fullbacks like that can actually attack. We're never gonna have that.
Okay.
You can only have one.
Yeah.
You can only have one.
It's the side that we're attacking from, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can
fair
only
enough.
have one, but yeah.
Now you got the striker cover, which is what you guys complained about a few weeks ago.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
That Haaland plays every game. Now
I don't know
have
where.
it.
I don't know where. Honestly, I don't know where Amr Marmoush slots in best. I don't know where if striker's his best role. If we need a right winger.
He can play on the left, but Savinho is playing better now.
Yeah.
Well, Foden actually. I said Bernardo Silva is playing on the right wing, but actually Foden played the
plays a
last
lot
two
there, yeah.
two games too.
I don't like Foden on the wings. He's much better
Yeah.
centrally. So we need to. I do think, but we got Oscar Bob coming back, so that
Yeah,
helps
Oscar
a
Bob's
lot.
coming. He's a right winger.
Yeah,
So
he's a
is
right winger.
Marmoush
So.
just simply a rotation player?
That's what I'm
think
saying.
so.
Is like he's very Kai Havertz like,
crazy.
where
And I
he
think
can play
he's-
so many different positions
Yeah.
that we're gonna try to figure something out for him.
He's
That's
definitely
crazy.
looking at the opportunity to train under Pep. I think it's a huge thing.
I mean, it's better than going to Chelsea. I will say that.
Yeah.
Or Arsenal.
You know what I was thinking?
Yeah.
I think a really good move for this player to see him kind of get his love for the game back. I think I'd like to see Jack Grealish at Tottenham.
There are some rumors.
That would
actually.
actually be a really
I think
good.
that would be good.
There are some rumors
I'd
that
love
he
to see
might.
that.
We might see him at Tottenham or Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle too would be.
I would love
be
to
sick.
see that.
Yeah,
He would be
Yeah.
great at Tottenham.
Tottenham. Would
Him
be
and
cool.
Madison. Oof.
Yeah, be good stuff.
Woo.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Only if Madison stays, it sounds like he's being replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bergvall's looking great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys got any final words before we shut it down?
Nope. Thank you, Christian, as always.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for the bedtime story.
Oh, yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. No problem.
And thanks,
Yeah.
DJ Georgie Mustard.
Yeah.
DJ
thank
Mustard.
DJ Mustard. Yeah, yeah. All right, boys. Let's shut this down. We'll see you guys on the next one. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And see you then. See ya.